Welcome to day 98. 2 more days to go. 2 more days to go of the 100 Days Python Programming Challenge. Today we'll continue on the project we started yesterday, and I will show you how you can add and delete tags from our to-do list application. So we'll implement functionality to add new tags, delete, edit, and the rest. 2 more days to go. 2 more days. Hi again. Welcome back. It's day 98 of the 100 Days Python Programming Challenge. So yesterday we started the process to build our to-do app. So today we're going to implement the functionality to add new tags, to be able to delete tags and create it like a nice style. So these are the codes we used yesterday. So I'm just going to import more because now I want to use request, redirect, and URL for. So I'm just going to update our import statement here to hold all the steps that we would like to import. So our database URI stays the same and our database model stays the same. We just have to update our index function. So our route, we just set it to this, but now we have to use the get and post because we want to fill in information, we want to send to the database, and we want to get to display on our own page. So let's update our route. So I'll just add the get and the post method. So our route is updated. And then in our index, we have to specify that if it is a post method and if we have the tags content, we want to save it into our session, we want to add new tags, we want to commit it, and we want to redirect. So we have to add all that before we're able to fetch everything. Because currently we have 0 tags. So we want to be able to get the tags from our form and we want to be able to add it into our todo.db. That's what we're doing. There's going to be a form. The user would fill that form and we want to get the information from that form and we want to save it into our database. So if the request is post, then our content, we want to get the tags. What is our tags? Tags is what we got from the form. And then if the tags content, we have our new tags, we then call our to do DB model. And then our tags is then equal to our tags content. And our db.session will then add new tags and then we'll commit it and redirect. I believe we're just going to have one page. You can add multiple page as you fit. And then we'll just redirect and stay on the same page. You can also add like flash message to let your user know that your entry has been added successfully to the database and so on and so forth. But this is how we're able to add to our database from our form. And then to delete our database, to delete entry from our database, you know that we have the ID column in our database. We can use the ID to delete entry from our database. So we would have our delete tags function. And what it's just going to do is just going to fetch the tags ID and then just delete it. So we'll use the db.session.delete. Here we use the db.session.add to add new tags. And then to delete, we'll use the db.session.delete. So let's have our delete function. So when our user clicks on the delete button or delete icon, we just want you to get the tax ID for that tax, for that particular tax. And we're calling our db session.delete to delete that tax from our database. And then we're committing it and return redirect to our URL for index. So this is all we're doing, adding, deleting, and then we'll still be able to view. We'll do that in our HTML to view all our existing tags. So now let's update our styles because let's try to make it look a little nicer. So I would have colors and then I would have like icons for in my HTML and also my CSS. So this is the going to be the updated code because see now we've added our delete button, the background color, the text decoration and the rest. And now for our HTML code, like I said, if you want me to talk about HTML, I can create like a whole tutorial explaining different parts of HTML and CSS and JavaScript. You just have to let me know. And I'll do that just for you. So this is our HTML code. See, I've added the URL for the styles, and this is our H1, our to-do list, and this is our form action. The method is post. We specified in our app.py that if the method is post, we want to get the tags and we want to add it to our database. So the method is post, and then we have an input tag that we want our user to add their tags, and then there's a button to submit. And I said that we want to be able to view the tags. So for tags in our list of tags, I just want to be able to view it, and then I want to have an icon in front of that tags that would call the URL for our delete tags. This is the URL for our delete tags that would call this function, and then the function will then take the tax ID and delete it. So you see, we specified it here, the URL for delete tax, and tax ID is the tax ID of the tax that we listed here. Let me show you how the whole page would look like. So this is my to-do list. This is my to-do list. Let me show you the database. Our database is currently empty. If I refresh, we don't have anything in our database. So then I come here and I just add that what do I need to do? And then just put I need to pray, and then I'll add tags, and then need to eat, add tags, and then you also need to sleep, and then add tags. And then if I go to our database and refresh, you see we have pray, eat, and sleep. And then if I come here, you see this icon, it means that I want to delete. So if I come here and I delete it, you see it is deleted. You check your database, it is gone. So like that, we have been able to implement the tags to our to-do list. We'll also be able to delete tags, all using the SQL Alchemy that we've been learning for the past couple of days. So these are simple ways that you can build application using Flask. Let your imagination run wild. You can build like a weather app, you can build like calculators, you can even build your personal portfolio website with Flask. Whatever you want, just make sure that you use the correct syntax, you import the correct modules, and everything should work fine. If you're going to build your personal portfolio website with Flask, let me know in the comments. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 99. Thank you so much for watching the tutorial. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment if you have any questions. The link to the code is in the description to my GitHub. Download it, try it out, and let me know if you have any question. See you tomorrow.